Body paint and makeup make the characters come into life. It transforms actors into whatever creatures they play. But the application is gruesome and lengthy, and some instances actually led to the actors needing to be hospitalized.
This video is brought to you by Answerly, a question platform that pays you for adding high-quality answers on different questions. The users are rewarded in Answerly tokens, which they can easily convert into dollars or any other cryptocurrency by using one of the exchanges mentioned in the description.
Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll tell you about the actors with painful body paint application process. If you're new here, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notifications bell to get updates whenever we post. Shows that involve dystopian and fantasy themes need their characters to look the part. With a green face and yellow eyes, or a blue body, body paint helps in making the actors look as if they belong to the fictional setting of the show. And if you wear makeup, you know it's quite a pain to put on, wear, and remove. So even though the effect of the transformation might make up for it all in the end, have we ever thought of how actors might be bothered by the application of their body paint? Keep watching until the end to find out who the actor is who is hospitalized due to his body paint transformation. Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista wasn't prepared for how difficult sitting in a makeup chair for 5 hours a day would be. After applying prosthetics, the makeup team would spend hours trying to get the right matte or gray blue, red and blue paint to cover the prosthetics and any exposed skin. According to the wrestler and actor, the application wasn't even the worst pain. The paint was extremely hard to remove and required an entire sauna to take off at the end of filming day. At the end of the day, I got into the sauna and 3 guys came in and attacked me. With the help of steam pump and hoses, shaving cream, hot towels, and silicone makeup remover, the paint would finally budge. It's not what you'd expect. Rebecca Romaine. Patience is a virtue. Rebecca Romaine Stamus, a model-turned-actress, had to spend 8 to 9 hours in the makeup chair for the original X-Men film for her most recognizable role to date. Her transformation required 4 women to apply nearly 100 individual silicone prosthetic pieces to her otherwise naked body. For X2, the arduous makeup procedure was simplified, with the time spent nearly halved. "We're not using the same kind of paint," she told Comics Continuum. "We're not using the same kind of glue. They've completely changed the process and they've gotten down to under 4 hours now, which is huge for me." Karen Gillan. Because of her 4-hour painting process, Karen Gillan's days as Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy began at 2 a.m. The makeup artist spent hours making sure every part of her exposed skin matched her blue prosthetics after the prosthetics were attached to her face. They airbrushed another layer of paint onto her skin on top of everything else. After a long day of acting, she had to remove all of her body paint, makeup, and prosthetics, which took about 30 minutes. It was claustrophobic, according to Karen. But after hours in the makeup chair, she was able to fully immerse herself in the role of Nebula. Zoe Saldana. Just like her on-screen sister, Zoe Saldana was on set bright and early while filming Guardians of the Galaxy. It sucked to have wake up at 2:30 in the morning, and by the time we started shooting, you feel like you've already lived half a day. Becoming Gamora was done using green airbrushed paint and some colored facial makeup. It needed to be put in any area of her body that wasn't covered by her costume. Listen to her talk about how brutal it was. The whole coming together of Gamora in the morning, that was a little grueling. Helena Bonham Carter. Helena Bonham Carter had to spend 2.5 hours in the makeup department on the set of Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland to play the Red Queen. Her head, on the other hand, was blown up to twice its normal size in post-production. Sony Pictures Imageworks visual effects team was in charge of the massive head. The wickedly cool effect was created using a green screen stage and a special, high-resolution camera. The Queen's head was something we had to be careful to account for all the time. Visual effects supervisor Ken Raston said, "We had to remind people to back away from Helena in their scenes to give her head enough room." Ralph Fiennes. Ralph's Voldemort costume was mostly made of white paint, believe it or not. Every morning, he'd spend hours in the makeup chair, making sure his face was evenly painted. The paint was also used to make his skin translucent, as well as to draw on the fine lines in his face and scalp. His face was also covered in malleable prosthetic makeup to simulate the absence of his nose, which is his most recognizable feature. Rave's perilous time in the makeup department paid off, despite the fact that it took more than 3 hours. He was so terrifying that even the child actors were terrified of him. Gemma Chan. Gemma Chan is thinking twice about ever taking another role where they need to paint her body. It's all thanks to the airbrushing process she had to go through to play Minerva in Captain Marvel. She was on set every day at 2:45 a.m. for 4 hours. That was challenging. I didn't think it through when I agreed to play the blue character. I'd think twice about it again. By the end of the movie, her skin was becoming irritated by the makeup. Michael Rooker. Being Yondu meant having 6 coats of paint painted on him every day for Michael Rooker. He would have to be on site so early for the 3-hour process that he fell asleep in his makeup chair. He quickly learned that Zoe Saldana and Dave Bautista had to go through a far more difficult procedure than he did, and he grew accustomed to it. However, the whole procedure was still difficult. You just gotta let it go. You can't fight it, right? Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is known for shape-shifting into any role he was assigned to play, but when he had to play the Mad Hatter, he didn't enjoy the painting application. His character was done up using almost entirely airbrushed paint, based on Tim Burton's concept drawing. The process did take hours, but Johnny knew it was all for the greater purpose of making sure his character was the best it could be. Heath Ledger. The Joker is iconic for his ragged, almost terrifying smile, which is drawn on his face with face paint. Though, did you know that his face was painted on with actual face? While it was drying, he was asked to scrunch his face to resemble the appearance of lines. Though the application process only took an hour, perfecting his flaws was exhausting and time-consuming. Heath and his makeup artist had to go through weeks of trial and error. Jim Carrey. The iconic green mask in The Mask is the main character of the show, but the process of turning Jim Carrey into the green face character involved prosthetics and a whole lot of green paint on his face, head, and neck. Each day, Jim Carrey spent 4 hours getting camera ready. Because the painting was so gruesome and time-consuming, the actor became easily irritated with the rest of the casting crew. It's said to have driven the actor insane. Margaret Hamilton. Like her counterpart, the Tin Man, The Wizard of Oz, Wicked Witch, actress Margaret Hamilton was sent of the hospital because of the paint used on her. Not only did the copper-based green liquid cause intense skin reactions, but its elements also made her more flammable. And while working with fire props, she burned her face and hands really badly. Michael Keaton. Tim Burton wanted Michael Keaton to appear a certain way, so a lot of thought and art went into making him into Burton's vision. His face was painted with a yellow and white combination, and brown and purple paints were used to form his eye circles. Michael said he returned home battered and drained after a day of makeup and frantic acting. Ron Perlman. Turning Ron Perlman into Hellboy was a 4-hour procedure. His whole body, including the prosthetics, was painted by hand by his makeup artist, Jake Garber. It took so long that he had to take pauses in between to allow for the actor to stay comfortable during the laborious procedure. And on days where Hellboy had his shirt off, took even more time to get through. Ron would even have to reassure himself that there are a million guys out there right now wishing they were you, and there's no reason you should ever complain. Do you think you can endure getting up early in the morning to spend hours in a makeup chair? Let us know in the comment section down below. We hope you had fun and learned something while watching this video. If you did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell down below for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching!
If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. To learn more about Answerly and Answerly tokens, check out the links in the description.